some noisy, strong thunderstorms to roll through that are going to produce a lot of lightning, some gusty winds, some heavy rainfall. But there's also that threat that we could see some strong to severe storms. And again, we're going to be breaking this all down. You can see we have a powerful cold front moving through. For early November standards, 70s and some muggy air in place here. Yeah, you know we're setting up the potential for some severe weather to roll in. Talking around the area today, a lot of people saying, hey, it feels like there's some severe weather on the way. And again, we have a muggy, warm environment in place. Now, again, we start to quiet down as we go November into December and January, but we still have this mini severe season in September, October, and in the beginning of November where we could see, again, a brief window of a few severe weather events. It was a couple weeks ago. We had some strong thunderstorms rolling through more during the morning hours, but we're getting that clash of the warm, muggy air, that colder air starting to make its way back down from Canada. That's what's leading into this severe setup. You can see that strong cold front here, again, cutting through the central southern plains, heading towards the mid-Mississippi and lower Mississippi River Valley. Warm, muggy 70s ahead of it, and then colder 30s and 40s spilling in on the backside. They're tracking snow out in the panhandles later on this evening. There's already some snow flying now. There's going to be some snow moving through parts of northwestern Oklahoma into Kansas. We're not getting the snow. We're getting more of the severe event. Again, the warm, muggy air out ahead of it. Instability has been increasing all day long. We've had some breaks of sunshine. The highest instability does set just to the west and the southwest of us. And we're going to be breaking this down a little bit further. But again, this is the area down here that's a little bit more favorable for these supercell thunderstorms that are starting to take off. These are rotating thunderstorms. These have the highest threat to produce damaging winds, tornadoes, and some damaging hail. We're also tracking a cold front back towards the south. We have meteorologist Stephen Elmore also here. We're going to be tracking out these storms for the next several hours and talking about that time coming up. But we're watching this, Stephen. Why don't you talk a little bit more about, again, a couple things we're watching. We're watching these first thunderstorms coming in. Again, these have the potential to be a little stronger. And then we're going to get this cold front to fill in back towards the west. That's also going to, again, as it fills in, produce heavy rain and then also the potential for some strong damaging winds.
Yeah, we're going to see really strong potential damaging winds be our greatest factor through all of this. We're going to take a look at our storm threats. What can you expect for tonight? Again, damaging winds is going to be the greatest threat tonight. We could see those straight line winds anywhere between 60 to 70 miles per hour. So that's what we have, those high wind gusts as our highest category for what our threats are going to be for tonight. Now, with this high wind and with the convection that we have, we could see a few spin-ups across some of these singular cells that are tracking across Oklahoma right now and eventually pushing into 5COUNTRY in the next couple of hours. So again, we got a lot of sunshine today. That's why when these cells are continuing to push further out to the east across the state line into Arkansas, that's when we could see some of those spin-ups possible for tonight. We could see some hail as well just because it's so convective out there. We're seeing a lot of winds right now. If you step outside, you're already starting to hear and feel that wind. The rain's further out to the west still, but here in the next couple of hours, again, that's when we're going to see those stronger storms start to push into 5COUNTRY. For our flooding risk tonight, it's not much. These storms are moving fast. Just a little bit ago, we had severe thunderstorm warnings that were tracking around 70 miles an hour, so it's really not that system that's going to sit over us and bring a heavy downpour of rain. We are going to get a lot of rain. It's just all going to come all at once and not over several hours at a time. Again, we do have that tornado watch, and now we have a severe thunderstorm warning across the river valley right now. So we're going to get you an update on that and see what this all entails of when we're expecting to see. Now these storms are finally starting to track into the river valley right now. So again, we got that severe thunderstorm warning. That's going to be going into Latimer County until 4:15. This is going to bring 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and penny-sized hail right now. So we have seen some of that hail already continuing to track. This tornado watch is going to go until 8 p.m. and across several counties across the river valley, 1, 2, or 3. That's going to fall into our Little Rock category for National Weather Service. They are expected to either issue that tornado watch or that severe thunderstorm watch in the next coming hours. We'll see if they end up posting anything on that. Taking another look at radar. Right now, you're seeing a lot of lightning. You're seeing a lot of wind. You're seeing a lot of rain. Those cells, these are the cells that, again, could potentially have that rotation in it. Right now, we just have that severe thunderstorm warning across Latimer County right now, but the way it's tracking, we could see it eventually push into the rest of 5 Country here in the next coming hours. I'm going to go ahead and toss it back over to meteorologist Zach Scott. He's going to be kind of breaking down the timeline of when you can expect these storms to move again to your area.
Yeah, great job there, Stephen. Again, we're going to be tracking these storms out for you through the rest of the afternoon, through the rest of the evening. So make sure you have your app downloaded. Continue to follow us on social media. We're going to get those alerts to you as soon as they come out. We're going to be tracking these thunderstorms. We're going to be breaking them down from the moments they start firing up until they exit our counties. As these storms pulse up and down, we're going to let you know what we're seeing within these storms, where we think the next area of concern is going to be. And again, we're going to follow them all the way through. We think that peak area of that peak window to see the strongest storms working through our area, we think that's really going to be between 4 o'clock and 10 o'clock. That's the main window. Again, we've got some thunderstorms coming in. You just saw that with Steven just a second ago. Those thunderstorms already getting going some out there in eastern and southeastern Oklahoma. We've got to watch those. Those are rotating thunderstorms already, and those can continue to pulse up, and they're getting ready. They're on our doorstep to start moving into some of our counties here pretty soon. So again, we're watching those, but really 4 o'clock to 10 o'clock. That's that peak window that we could see those stronger thunderstorms really moving through. We expect them to be moving through, and then right around 10, 11 o'clock, we're going to be on the back edge of this line. It's going to be racing out of here. We're going to start drying out, clearing out. We could linger with a few sprinkles or a stray shower on the backside, but we're going to get that colder air that I just showed you a little bit ago. That colder air in Oklahoma is going to start coming in, and once we get in the cold sector, our severe weather threats really start to drop out. Tracking future track radar, again, we're taking all that messy rain just to the west and southwest of us. We're starting to congeal it into a line of storms. We're moving it in. Again, the main threat as the line moves in is going to be for the potential of damaging wind gusts embedded in here, especially along the leading edge. But we've also got to watch when you get these lines of storms to come in, you can get those brief spin-ups on the leading edge, or you can get a brief spin-up in these storms. There's just a lot of spin in the air mass. Not even really off the charts when you talk about instability. There's enough out there, certainly for this time of year. It's not so much that we have a lot of instability. We've got a lot of moisture coming in with the south winds the last several days, bringing it in from the Gulf of Mexico. That's the fuel for the storm system. That's the gasoline for the fire, if you will. So there's plenty of that, above average for this time of year. And then we've got a lot of turning in the atmosphere, a lot of spins, jet stream coming overhead, strong winds as soon as you start to go up from the surface to the mid and upper levels of the atmosphere. So that's why we have that higher tornado potential. There's just a lot of spin, and some of that spin could get ingested in some of these thunderstorms. We're going to continue to track it off towards the east. Again, you see them pulsing up, those pinks and purples in there. So again, the whole way through, we're going to have to watch all these thunderstorms. But by 10 to 11, we're starting to wrap up. The thunderstorms are shifting east. Colder air is going to start coming in on the backside, and we're going to see our severe threat really start dropping. Look at temperatures here. Going to wake up pretty chilly tomorrow. We barely got out of the 70s in a few places this morning. Instead, we've got a west-northwest wind driving in that drier, cooler air. We'll have some lingering clouds, maybe a sprinkle or a little drizzle out there, but the drier air is going to be coming in, and we're going to start losing that moisture. We'll go from the 40s, clearing skies, to some upper 50s and some 60s for highs as we get into tomorrow afternoon, which is obviously a lot of you are wondering about the hogs. Earlier this week, looked like we could see the Razorbacks and the storms colliding there. Again, this is going to be well east, and we're going to get these showers out of here. Again, meteorologist Stephen Elmore tracking these showers and thunderstorms. Still messy, just off towards the west. Severe thunderstorm warning here. So we're going to continue to track these storms. Here's LaFleur County. So again, we're really starting to get into that time really now through 10 o'clock. That's what we got to watch. Are you seeing anything new there with the National Weather Service on the chat?
Not on chat right now. We're just seeing, again, we're just seeing that first severe thunderstorm warning that we're seeing involved within 5 Country right now. Again, we're seeing that severe thunderstorm warning across Latimer County, again, going until 4:15. Right now, again, just seeing those 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. There is some hail tracking in there as well. Right now, we're seeing penny-sized hail. We could see these, again, pulse up and down over the next couple of hours as they continue to move. In some of the areas, they got a little bit more sunshine today. And as Zach mentioned, we've been getting a lot of those winds coming up from the south, kind of fueling these storms as they cross over the state line. Further out west, across southeastern Oklahoma, they've already seen a few of those tornado warnings this evening as we will continue throughout the rest of the night for us. When we cross over that state line, that's when we could see some of our own spin ups. It just depends on how these storms are going to pulse up and down throughout the evening hours. Right now, we just have that one warning. We wanted to get you updated before we go on for 4, 5, 6, and then we'll be back for 10 o'clock. So join us there to give more updates on the storms, and we'll keep you updated throughout the rest of the night.